Have you ever tried to build something without a blueprint? Or gone on a road trip without a map? You'd probably end up lost, wasting time, and making a lot of mistakes. Well, the same is true for an audit. You can't just jump in and start checking numbers. You need a plan. And that's exactly what ISO 300, or International Standard on Auditing 300, is all about. It's the blueprint for an effective and efficient audit. The first thing to understand is that planning isn't just one single phase you complete and then forget about. It's a continuous, dynamic process. It starts even before you officially accept a client and continues all the way through the audit. Why? Because as you learn more about the client and its business, your plan needs to be flexible enough to change and adapt. The ultimate goal of all this planning is simple: to make sure you perform a high-quality audit in the most effective and efficient way possible. ISO 300 breaks planning down into two main parts: the overall audit strategy and the detailed audit plan. Think of the audit strategy as your big-picture game plan. It sets the scope, timing, and direction of the entire audit. This is where you decide things like, what's the overall approach to this company's audit? What are the riskiest areas we need to focus on? When will we visit the client and for how long? Once you have that high-level strategy, you develop the detailed audit plan. This is your step-by-step instruction manual. It translates your strategy into specific, detailed procedures. This plan answers the how-to questions, like, what specific tests will we perform on the revenue account? Which documents will we inspect? What types of analytical procedures will we use? So, what actually goes into the planning process? There are a few key activities, preliminary engagement activities. Before you even start, you need to make sure you can ethically and professionally take on the client. This includes checking for conflicts of interest and agreeing on the terms of the engagement. Risk assessment. This is arguably the most important part. You need to gain a deep understanding of the client's business, its industry, and its internal controls. By doing this, you can identify and assess the risks of material misstatement. In other words, where the financial statements are most likely to be wrong. Materiality. You also determine materiality. This is a critical concept that helps you focus on what really matters. If a misstatement is material, it means it's big enough to influence the decisions of a user of the financial statements. In a nutshell, ISO 300 is the foundation of a successful audit. It ensures that auditors are not just randomly checking boxes, but are instead working with a clear, strategic, and efficient plan. This process helps them focus their energy where it's needed most, leading to a more reliable audit opinion and, ultimately, more confidence in the financial statements. Remember, a well-planned audit is a well-executed audit.